To begin with the Senate, of which, as man is differently represented by a picture drawer and by an anatomist, I shall first discover the face or aspect, and then the parts, with the use of them. Every Monday morning, in the summer at 7, and in the winter at 8, the great bell in the clock house at the Pantheon beginneth, and continueth ringing for the space of 1 hour, in which time the magistrates of the Senate, being attended according to their quality with a respective number of the ballotines, doorkeepers, and messengers, and having the ensigns of their magistracies borne before them, as the sword before the strategos, the mace before the orator, a mace with the seal before the commissioners of the chancery, the like with the purse before the commissioners of the treasury, and a silver wand like those in use with the universities, before each of the censors, being chancellors of the same. These, with the knights, in all 300, assemble in the house or hall of the Senate. The house or hall of the Senate, being situated in the Pantheon or Palace of Justice, is a room consisting of a square and a half. In the middle of the lower end of the door, at the upper end, hangeth a rich state, overshadowing the greater part of a large throne, or half pace of 2 stages, the first ascended by 2 steps from the floor, and the second about the middle, rising 2 steps higher. Upon this stand 2 chairs, in that on the right hand sits the strategos, in the other the orator, adorned with scarlet robes, after the fashion that was used by the dukes in the aristocracy. At the right end of the upper stage stand 3 chairs, in which the 3 commissioners of the seal are placed, and at the other end sit the 3 commissioners of the treasury, every one in a robe or habit like that of earls, or of these magistrates of this upper stage consisteth the signory. At either end of the lower stage stands a little table, to which the secretaries of the Senate are set, with their tufted sleeves, in the habit of civil lawyers. Unto the 4 steps whereby the 2 stages of the throne are ascended answer 4 long benches, which, successively deriving from every one of the steps, contain their respective height, and extend themselves by the side walls towards the lower end of the house, every bench being divided by numeral characters into 37 parts or places. Upon the upper benches sit the censors in the robes of barons, the first in the middle of the right-hand bench, and the second directly opposite unto him on the other side. Upon the rest of the benches sit the knights, who, if they be called unto the urns, distributing themselves by the figures, come in equal files, either by the first seat, which consisteth of 2 upper benches on either side, or by the second seat, consisting of the 2 lower benches on either side, beginning also at the upper or at the lower ends of the same, according to the lot whereby they are called, for which end the benches are open and ascended at every end, with easy stairs and large passages. The rest of the ballot is conformable unto that of the tribe. The censors of the house sitting at the side urns, and the youngest magistrate of the signory at the middle, the urns being placed before the throne, and prepared according unto the number of the magistracies to be at that time chosen by the rules already given unto the censors of the tribes. But before the benches of the knights on either side stands one being shorter, and at the upper end of this sit the 2 tribunes of the horse. At the upper end of the other, the 2 tribunes of the foot in their arms. The rest of the benches being covered by judges of the land in their robes, But these magistrates have no suffrage, neither the tribunes, though they derive their presence in the Senate from the Romans, nor the judges, though they derive theirs from the ancient Senate of Oceana. Every Monday this assembly sits, of course, at other times, if there be occasion, any magistrate of the house, by giving order for the bell, or by his lictor or ensign-bearer, calls a senate, and every magistrate or knight during his session hath the title, place, and honor of a duke, earl, baron, or knight respectively, and every one that hath borne the same magistracy, tertio, or by third session, hath his respective place and title during the term of his life, which is all the honor conferred by this commonwealth, except upon the master of the ceremonies, the master of the horse, and the king of the heralds, who are knights by their places. And thus you have the face of the Senate, in which there is scarce any feature that is not Roman or Venetian, nor do the horns of this crescent extend themselves much unlike those of the Sanhedrim, on either hand of the prince and of the father of that Senate. But upon beauty, in which every man hath his fancy, he will not otherwise philosophize than to remember that there is something more than decency in the robe of a judge that would not be well spared from the bench, and that the gravest magistrate unto whom you can commit the sword of justice will find a quickness in the spurs of honor, which, if they be not laid unto virtue, will lay themselves unto that which may rout a commonwealth. To come from the face of the Senate unto the constitution and use of the parts, it is contained in the peculiar orders, and the orders which are peculiar unto the Senate are either of election or instruction. Elections in the Senate are of three sorts: annual, biennial, and extraordinary. Annual elections are performed by the schedule called the Tropic, and the Tropic consisteth of two parts, the one containing the magistrates, and the other the councils, to be yearly elected.